We are back for more from San Cristobal and Estadio Panamericano. It is Group G action at the Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship. The nightcap features Canada taking on St. Kitts and Nevis. I'm Josh Eastern, back here for game number 2 after a good win for El Salvador over Trinidad and Tobago. It is on to the group favorites and Canada, the highest ranked team in this group. It's gotten a little cooler as the floodlights have now taken effect. There is chance of rain in the forecast, and a little bit of breeze will keep it a comfortable evening tonight here in San Cristobal. But this is the first time we are seeing Canada take to the field tonight, and this is, of course, the favorite in this group and also a potential favorite to win this competition. Remember, the United States, Canada, or Mexico have finished at finalists at all 10 of these Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championships, and here is the group table as we stand now. So Canada will need at least 3 goals to be tied to the top with El Salvador in terms of goal difference, and of course they'll need the 3 points as well, and they are the big favorites tonight here from San Cristobal. So we are building up to first kick. It is Canada taking on St. Kitts and Nevis, and first kick is right around the corner.
Damas y caballeros, demos la bienvenida a los equipos nacionales de Canadá e Isaquitas Nevis para el partido de esta noche en el Campeonato Femenino Sub-20 de Concacaf. Damas y caballeros, les pedimos por favor ponerse de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Canadá.
All set to go from San Cristobal, Dominican Republic, and Estadio Panamericano. I'm Josh Eastern, happy to be back with you. Time to look at today's starting lineups. We'll start with Canada from Coach Cindy Tai, and this is the 11 that is put out today. The captain will be Nikayla Small for this Canadian side, and plenty of firepower in this lineup, including Olivia Smith, who will be leading the line today for the Canadians, and of course a very strong back line as well for the Canadians, even though Jade Rose is starting on the bench today for the Canucks. Here's a look at our officials today. In the middle will be Tori Penso, and it's Tatiana Guzman who will be today's fourth official from Nicaragua. Two sides exchanging their banners, going through the coin toss in the pre-match build-up. And a look at the VAR room, where it is led by Tim Ford of the United States. The assistant VAR is Odette Hamilton of Jamaica. And on the other side for St. Kitts and Nevis, coming off a tough performance a couple years ago in this competition. They only scored 2 goals, but Bailey Williams along with Zonia Marshall were able to score those 2 goals, and they were both in the starting lineup tonight. Chloe Udenberg will be today's captain, with Solish Rollins in goal. Of course, the head coach, Earl Jones, for this St. Kitts and Nevis side. So we are all set to go. It is Canada in their familiar red. It is St. Kitts and Nevis in all green. It's a Christmas tree out there tonight, and we are just about set to go. Wait for the top of the hour, and we can get this second and final game of the night here from San Cristobal underway. There is the whistle, and away we go. 90 minutes ahead of us here in Group G. Well, this Canadian team making their 9th appearance in the Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship. And already some early pressure here on St. Kitts and Nevis. The heavy favorites coming into this game tonight. That'll be a foul, as Kayla Udenberg was pulled back. This is a team going back to 2020. They finished second in their group to Jamaica, who beat them out. They beat Cuba 6-0 in the round of 16, but they lost to the United States in the quarterfinal, and maybe there's a bit of a revenge factor now coming into this competition. New head coach in Cindy Tai taking over for Rian Wilkinson, who is now the head coach of the Portland Thorns in the NWSL. A change at the top, but some familiar names in this lineup, and plenty of Division I talent out on the field for Canada. A few players from USC, a few players from Harvard. Really, some of the top programs all across the United States feature some of these Canadian under-20 national teamers on the field tonight. This is played long over the top and bouncing through. It's Olivia Smith, and Smith fires this well out of play. One of the younger players on the field tonight, Olivia Smith, from the Toronto area. She's committed to Florida State, but just 17 years old. She'll be going there in the upcoming season, the fall of 2022. And it's Smith who gets a touch to it, but puts it out of play. It's also a Canadian team trying to get back to the Under-20 World Cup, as they failed to qualify for what would have been the last two. They didn't qualify in 2018. Then, of course, the 2020 version was postponed and then later canceled. They've gone to 7 of the previous 8 before these last 2 that they didn't qualify for. So a lot riding on this team to try to get back, and of course, it's a big summer in 2021 in Tokyo with the full national team able to take home the gold medal. Trying to keep the pipeline strong. To see some Canadian fans there in the stands. Richards has to deal with it and does get it back downfield. The first game we saw tonight between El Salvador and Trinidad and Tobago was pretty one-sided. El Salvador really came out on the front foot and controlled pretty much the entire game. I wonder if this will figure to be a similar storyline tonight, but St. Kitts and Nevis trying to go toe-to-toe with the Canadians here tonight. Long throw-in, and it's headed away by Mia Pante. Smith sliding in. She did get some contact on the ball. And here comes Canada. It's poked away from behind, but there is space to try to chase this down on the far side. Holly Ward was able to get over there and force a throw-in. Played through the channel. Going all the way to the end line. A good defensive play there by Christiane Mills. Canada trying to assert its dominance here early on, trying to just get time on the ball. Appeal for handball, and you can see Pante kind of react to it at first, tried to play on, but the referee spots it and signals for a free kick. Sonia Marshall couldn't keep that in play as Pante lets it funnel out for a goal kick. In goal tonight, Sierra Giorgio, who attends Syracuse University, upstate New York. A few appearances for the under-17s in 2019. And now gets time here with the under-20s. On the turn, it's Holly Ward, who keeps it moving. George trying to turn the corner. She lost her footing. It was taken away by Christiane Mills. And gives it right back to Canada. The set for Pante. A little bit behind of Michaela Small. Canada's been one of the powers in women's football across the Concacaf region, but they haven't won this competition since 2004 and then 2008. Those are the two times that they have held the trophy at the end. As Pante now plays this in, and the goalkeeper flying off her line, able to push this away. Solish Rollins does very well there for St. Kitts and Nevis. Now trying to turn the corner around Zoe Burns, who is able to recover well. Stepping in is Olivia Smith. Small plays it down the line. Quick 1-2. Pente gets it back. Pente tries to square this ball. Comes for Holly Ward, who's able to keep it here for Canada. Now off to the far side. It's put back in the middle by Awuho. And that did hit the referee, which will signal a stoppage. Looks like some rain starting to come down. We expected to see maybe a little bit of that in the forecast, but we do get some here. Make conditions that much more difficult. There's Mellenhorst. Off the far side for Zoe Burns. On the turn, Mellenhorst gets toppled over. And a good sliding challenge put in as Burns now plays it down the line. Here's Holly Ward playing it in, bouncing all the way through. Falls for Nikayla Small. She won't miss from there. The opening goal in this competition for Canada. They open their account and it's 1-0. The ball just came bouncing through. Another look at it here. It was good build-up down that left side. I think that's one that St. Kitts and Nevis will want back there in central defense. A tough one to concede so early on. But Small had time and space, had the angle, and was able to slot it home. And a great start here for the Pickering, Ontario native, and who also dons the captain's armband. Wait just a moment for this goal to be confirmed. Maybe a look of worry on Small's face. The rain really starting to come down now. The goal stands as we get play back underway. Small, who has been named to a best 11 in previous Concacaf championships at different levels. He was also nominated for the best youth player in Canada in 2019. So there's plenty of talent there with Nikayla Small, and a great start. She attends Wake Forest, a Demon Deacon in the ACC. Play down the line, Jord turns the corner and gets the cross away. Nobody making the back post run. Ponte will try to get there for Canada. It's just put out of play. Zonia Marshall, that's all she could do. Awuho weaving through, gets to the end line, puts this ball in. It hits off the post and goes out of play. Two of the three USC Trojans on the roster of the 20 players in the starting lineup with Zoe Burns along with Simi Awuho. Funny thing about both of them born in the United States, or at least grew up there. Zoe Burns from Issaquah, Washington. Simi Awuho from Atlanta, Georgia. Eligible to represent Canadian national teams, as now this ball is squared for Jord. Jord with the shot and fires it just wide of the post. Trying to go to the short side there and nearly able to steer it inside. Canada continuing to put the pressure on. Two games already in the books. Across the competition, the United States got a big win to start this competition, 6-0 over Nicaragua in Group E. As Smith throwing on the spin cycle, and then the shot is saved by Rollins. You don't see a spin move every day, but that was pretty nifty there. One of the younger players on this Canadian team in Olivia Smith. Mellenhorst plays this through, and Jord with Rollins coming way off her line, and Rollins does very well to deflect it, but now it comes in the middle. The goalkeeper's still down, and it's saved off the line. A little bit of chaos here early on from San Cristobal. St. Kitts and Nevis doing everything they can to keep this at 1-0, at least for now. Was able to win it back for Canada. Now it's turned over, and Zonia Marshall has space to work. Just trying to play this forward. Giorgio able to pick this up for the Canadians. Playing right through the middle. Mellenhorst splits the back line. Rollins coming way off her line. And again, it's Jord trying to track this down. Eve Richards comes over defensively to head this away. And it's deflected out of play. It'll be a throw-in on the far side. Another turnover, and Rollins coming way off her line again. Still a chance here for Mellenhorst, an open goal, and Rollins, oh, it's cleared away. She got her hands on it, but couldn't squeeze it. Maybe the wet surface playing a factor, but Rollins is all over the place in the 18-yard box right now for St. Kitts and Nevis. Long run, Small plays this through for Ponte, and it's scooped up again by Zulish Rollins. Small, again, this is cleared away. Ponte able to get this back for Giorgio. Good distribution right through the middle and plenty of space for Awuho to work. As the rain really starting to come down now. And again, Rollins coming way outside. And it's an open goal. Can Canada convert? It's Mellenhorst who dribbles this in, and finally it's finished off. It's Olivia Smith to score the goal for Canada. They now have 2 deposits, and it's 2-0. Another look at this goal as it all transpired. Kind of a weird play there. As Smith gave it for Mellenhorst, who shot maybe didn't get clean contact on it. You could call it a pass. She'll get the assist anyway, Mellenhorst. A good little 1-2 play between the two forwards. And Smith able to finish it off in the heavy, heavy rain here in San Cristobal. It's not affecting Canada. And waiting for confirmation from VAR. There's the whistle, and we are back underway. 2-0 to Canada. Couldn't have asked for a better start, and unfortunately for St. Kitts and Nevis, just a couple of mistakes have turned into those two Canadian goals. It's always kind of tough when the goalkeeper comes way off her line like that and doesn't get contact on the ball. You can come out that far, but you got to get a touch to it. And again, this played in behind. Olivia Smith gets around the goalkeeper, going down, and this goes out of play, and the referee just points for a goal kick. Of course, VAR will take a look at this, but for now, just a goal kick. Tori Penso, very experienced official, was right on top of the play.
Be alert, just be alert.
No penalty as play continues on. Marshall brings it back into the middle for Chloe Udenberg. And again, that pressure giving St. Kitts and Nevis all they can handle. Here's Olivia Smith. Ward into the corner for Ponte, and the flag is up for offside.
Well done. On defense, you got to come and help. Stop that runner coming down, okay?
Again, played through the middle as Canada looking into the attack. 20 minutes gone and 2 goals for the Canucks. Here's Burns.
Eve, open your body. Eve, up.
Small trying to switch the point of attack and finds Mia Ponte on this near side. Ponte shapes the cross forward. I think Smith was trying to set up for a bicycle kick, but this one instead is fired home. It just bounced all the way through. Holly Ward was there to clinically finish it off, and it's 3-0 to Canada. Oh, how many will Canada put in the back of the net? They are scoring with relative ease in these opening 20 minutes. Another look at it here. You saw Smith, she was trying to set up for it in traffic, but then Ward calmly there on the back stick, able just to fire it home. Again, waiting for VAR to confirm, but this goal should stand.
Come on, ladies, we have fight. Let's fight it.
The rain continuing to team down here in San Cristobal. Our first game is a beautifully sunny day. See the shadows through the trees that surround this stadium. On the turn, there's Smith lunging in, but is able to win it back. Smith still going and slides this through. Mellenhorst cuts it back for Smith, and Smith, oh, look at that challenge coming in. And it was a crucial intervention. A crunching challenge put in by Zonia Marshall able to break up the play. A good challenge put in.
Hey, mark, let's mark. Come on, Zero, up.
Here's Leslie. Plays it in for Ward. Holly Ward off the post. Was looking for a second straight goal here for Canada.
Over.
Will be a throw in now to St. Kitts and Nevis, and Canada pressing for another.
Hey, Tishani, when we don't have it, you're going to have to jump off. When we don't. Come on, Tishani.
Here's Smith. Rolling this in. It's Small once again. Small puts it out wide. And sliding down, maybe losing her grip on this now very wet surface. Smith again. It's cut out at the last moment. Now to be a corner kick coming for Canada.
Snap! Remember! We have
That'll be Zoe Burns to provide the service on the far side. An in-swinger. Put in right towards the penalty spot. Awuho got her head on it. Not enough to direct it on frame, and it's cleared away as far as Vivian Bissett. Now here's Leslie. And Small. Again, Bissett. Just skips right out of play. Losing her footing there on the far side. It's turned over, and it's Holly Ward. And Ward is able to look in field and get the cross away. Udenberg was there. Smith trying to throw her foot in there to win the ball back. Ponte. And Smith. Awuho. Michaela Small. Florian Jord, who was brought down, and maybe a chance to come back the other way for St. Kitts and Nevis. It's quickly broken up before they can cross midfield.
Come on, jump off. Shani, yeah, man, nobody after head. Let's help behind. Shani, don't go. Do not.
Sliding it all the way across.
Coming to Kicento. Eve, will you back it? Yeah, that's the compact. Kicento talk to her. Lad, don't go.
Jord in for Mellenhorst, who overran the pass. St. Kitts and Nevis will get it clear. Stepping up was Annika Leslie. Jord will take this from distance, and Rollins able to push it aside. It'll be a corner kick for Canada. Rollins may have had that go out wide, but she was taking no chances, especially on a shot from that distance. Looks like finally the rain has slowed down, just a system coming through the area. Again, it will be Zoe Burns. Standing this up to the back post. Headed down by Bissett. It's blocked down by Mellenhorst and out of play. Trying to play it right through the middle again. It's broken up. Like Lindy Batiste. Jord, who's shown good skill so far tonight. She's a bit too overzealous. Pulling the jersey on the far side, and a free kick coming for St. Kitts and Nevis. Now the rain really picking up again. Ward moves it outside. Zoe Burns on the overlap. Burns was tripped up just enough. It draws a whistle and a free kick. Looks like this will be Olivia Smith. Smith will curl this in. It bounces in! Skipping right off this very wet surface and from a very tough angle. It's Olivia Smith who finds a second goal tonight. It's now Canada 4, St. Kitts and Nevis 0. Kind of an awkward dive at that one from Salish Rollins. To be fair, that did just skip right out of the path of Rollins. And it's 4-0 inside of a half hour. It's head of the way, and here comes Canada back the other way. Udenberg steps in to win it back. Here's Smith. Rooster tail behind the ball as it rolls on this very wet surface. Ponte plays it in. Jordan got her head to it. It was Burns crashing in. This will be a goal kick. Ponte. There's Smith. Mellenhorst hits it back wide. Ponte again serves the cross in. It was deflected down. And it's picked up by Olivia Smith, who gets more header on this one, and it's in. 5-0 to Canada. And Michaela Small now has a brace. So Smith with 2, and now Small with 2. Perfect service in, and Olivia Smith is having herself quite the game so far. 2 goals and now an assist here. And Canada up 5-0. Canada not relenting. Jord coming forward. Jord fires it wide. Rain continuing to come down. And nothing's going to rain on Canada's goal-scoring parade tonight. They just keep it flowing. This attack has looked very smooth in the opening 34 minutes as Burns now strides forward. Plays this out wide for Holly Ward, who provides the service. It's headed along. Mellenhorst couldn't get there. It's Jord to fire it wide. She's had a few chances, and it did take a deflection on the way out. It'll be a corner kick for Canada.
Let's mark. We are not marking. Please, let's mark. We mark it. Please, we mark it. Let us mark. Let us mark. Let us mark. We marking, Leticia. Please go and get something quick. Just go and get something.
Smith to provide the service. And the header by Owuho is out of play. Be another whistle and a free kick. Just be taken quickly by Burns. Leslie or Bissett just bounces this in towards Rollins, who's able to make the save. Again turned over. Here's Smith. Smith battling her way in. Eventually cleared away by Eve Richards.
You have to fight. Let's go. Let's go. Snap.
On the turn. Here's the service. Bouncing through. It's Burns on it for Ward. Ward with green jerseys converging. Owujo. Owujo over the bar.
Solish. Swap.
really has not been much for Sierra Giorgio to do tonight in goal. St. Kitts and Nevis, no shots, and they've barely gotten the ball over midfield. Mellenhorst will be patient here as Mia Ponte will throw it back in. All the way into the corner for Jord. Jord's cross cleared away. And it's Burns trying to turn that corner, but was cut off. Burns to commit the foul on Trishani Warner. And it's a free kick now to St. Kitts and Nevis. Switch of play for Marshall. Ponte steps in, but it's Marshall who's able to carry it downfield for St. Kitts and Nevis. And a throw in back to Canada. Oh, a big collision there as Smith was clipped. Looks like both players back on their feet. Galicia Batiste taking down Smith. Just catching her as Smith was really starting to get into full stride there. Ward just lost out. It'll be a goal kick once again. Closing in on 5 minutes to go, but Cindy Tai has to really like what she has seen out there from this Canadian team. Her first games in charge of this Canadian under-20 team. Played through, and another big challenge just at the top of the area. And again, it was Galicia Batiste colliding with Olivia Smith. I'm sure this will be a look at goal for whoever stands over this for Canada. It looks like Smith. Just completely taking out that left leg. A bit reckless there. Will be Olivia Smith, and it's Zoe Burns who stands just in front of that wall.
On the other side, Minion. Other side, yeah.
There'll be one player positioned at the post as Smith takes this on, and it does. Did it take a slight deflection off the wall? It did. It will be a corner kick. Not sure whoever was at that post would have done anything to deny that shot. But luckily the wall does its job. Corner kick now coming for Canada. Here's Smith. Rollins sprawled out for it. He's able to get it clear, and now St. Kitts and Nevis will look upfield. And Canada just trying to get bodies back. The pass behind Udenberg. Finally a touch, I guess you can say, for Sierra Giorgio. turned the corner but was cut off. Sliding challenge put in by Nikayla Small. Mellenhorst couldn't keep it. It's a little bit better from St. Kitts and Nevis. Is rallying around the ball, getting numbers there. That'll be a foul and a free kick. Ponte. Smith on the turn. And Smith puts this out wide. Ponte, early service across. Jord. Burns with a burst of pace. Finds Ward. Ward finds Mellenhorst. Trying to do something here. Small for Smith. And Smith bouncing this in. It's Perry just in front for Holly Ward to finish off. It's another goal for Canada, and it's now 2 goals for Holly Ward and half a dozen for Canada. A really easy finish there for Ward, who was able to set herself and just slot it home for 6-0. Question here will be, was Ward onside when that ball was struck initially? That was put right into the path of Ward by Rollins. So 3 players sitting on a hat trick now for Canada. Here's Mellenhorst. Played through. There's Holly Ward. First touch just let her down. And offside is the call. Be 1 minute of stoppage time added on at the end of this first half. Smith showing her skill. Played over the top. Bouncing forward, it's Jord. Jord! And it nearly fell for Ward. Now it's Jord who fires it wide. And I think that'll be the last action of this first half. It will. Well, half a dozen for Canada through 45 minutes. Couldn't have asked for a better start for the Canucks. That's for St. Kitts and Nevis. A tough first 45 minutes. And they'll try to battle back in the second half. We have hit halftime here from San Cristobal. It is Canada 6, St. Kitts and Nevis 0. First half highlights from San Cristobal and Estadio Panamericano, and we pick it up with the first goal of the night for Canada. This coming from Michaela Small. The goals would be coming thick and fast for the team in red tonight. And Small, who wears the captain's armband out of Wake Forest, able to find the first goal. Then the second goal came from a goalkeeper mistake. Mellenhorst able to square this back for Olivia Smith, who was not going to miss from that distance. Good little 1-2 play between the two forwards. And Smith able to make it 2-0 on the night. That was just the start of things to come, only a third of the way through the goals in the first half. As the first half continued on, it would be Holly Ward to fire this one home. A clean strike to make it 3-0 for the Canadians. And then Olivia Smith again, bouncing this one in. Maybe just flicked on by the goalkeeper. She couldn't get anything on it to keep it out. And it was 4-0 to Canada at that point, and Olivia Smith with a very strong first half. Another cross coming in and finding the head of Michaela Small once again for a second goal. That to make it 5-0. And then one more for good measure for Canada. Smith taking this on. It's parried right into the path of Holly Ward. The Texas Longhorn able to just place that by the goalkeeper, and that is where we stand after 45 minutes.
exercise 6. The 3 subs. All right. 4 touch jumps. 4 touch jumps. Let's go. All right, relax for a minute. We're going to do 4 touch jumps again. And then when you go in, just become change your direction and acceleration, okay? After the 4 touch jumps. Towards the fuse, you go in, some touch, and just 5-meter acceleration.
Están burlando de él,
Getting set for the second 45 minutes of action, and it looks like 3 subs preparing to come on for Canada to start the second half. Brooklyn Courtnall, Sarita Thurton, and Vanessa Frelly. That'll be the end of the night for Olivia Smith, but what a performance it was. 2 goals and 3 assists. Also coming off will be Vivian Bissett. And one more sub as well. And late to the party is that final sub, and it will be Nikayla Small coming off. The only player now on the field that has scored a goal is Holly Ward. She has 2. I think she motioned to a teammate after she scored that second that she was aiming to score a third. We'll see if she can do that as Canada and St. Kitts and Nevis get set to start this second 45 minutes. It was all Canada in the first half, and that is pretty much what we expect coming here in the second 45 minutes. And we are underway. So Canada, 6 goals to the good. And that was the same score the United States put up earlier today against Nicaragua. If this second half is anything like the first, more goals are on the way. Here's Annika Leslie. Didn't have much to do in central defense, but a good job keeping this Canadian side organized through 45 minutes. Touched out wide. Canada will bring it back into the middle. Owujo looking for space down the left. Closing in with Zoe Burns. Has to track back defensively. There's the pass trying to find the outlet in Jazara Claxton, but turned over once again. On the turn and looking to break the lines. And once again, just be put out of play. A corner kick conceded to Canada. And it's Zoe Burns who will make the long jog over from her left back position. Waiting the in-swinger here from Burns. Put into a good area just over the head of Ward. Canada able to keep this one in. Here's Thurton cutting in field. Thurton's shot blocked down. Falls for Owujo, who fires just wide. Canada pretty much picking up right where they left off, even without Olivia Smith, who was truly tremendous through that first 45 minutes.
Find the range, Vanessa.
17 years old is Olivia Smith. She was the youngest player ever to be capped for the Canadian national team. And you can tell she has a bright future ahead. She'll be attending Florida State. Short puts it back in the middle. Awujo looking to break the lines again. And scooped up by Solish Rollins. Here's Annika Leslie. Burns. And now Jord. You can hear the shout for recycle as they'll move this back along that back line. And again, Jord popping up in another good spot. It's cleared away. Three USC Trojans on the field for this Canadian team. Brooklyn Courtnall now onto the field as a halftime substitute. This is picked off. It's Holly Ward.
Good job, Holly. Good job.
It'll be a throw-in from Canada, and you can hear that Cindy Ty in the background. Awujo able to get her foot in there defensively and win the ball back for Canada. And all the way back now for Giorgio. There's 4 players on this roster from the 2020 tournament in Anna Karpenko, Jade Rose, Kayla Novak, Sonia Walk. Novak did score in that competition as well. It was a little bit disappointing of a result for Canada, but a chance to redeem themselves this year, and if this start is any indication, they are rearing and ready to go. And a substitution coming will be KZ Boyles to come on. And replacing Glenicia Batiste. Another long throw-in for Thurton on the turn. Puts in the middle for Ward. Will deflect out for Zoe Burns, who fires this well out of play. to get this into a wide position. Now the cross coming in, bouncing through for Ward. St. Kitts and Nevis trying to play out unsuccessfully. Jord takes it on. That's a good save by Rollins. Still in play. And pushed away. Rollins able to come up with a good save to keep the scoreline where it is. Really good strike there by Florian Jord. As Canada gets the end line again. Again, this will stay in play. Failed clearance the second time. Still not completely clear. Third time's the charm. Here's Burns. Space to work out wide. Couldn't get it quite far enough. Thurton and now Mellenhorst. Here's Mellenhorst again for Jord. Jord trying to keep it moving. Burns closes down quickly. It's Burns who will take this on. It takes a deflection and off a teammate and out of play. Canada able to win it back through Florian Jord. The referee says play on. They were looking for a penalty, and now back the other way. Here comes St. Kitts and Nevis, but it's broken up. The only time that Canada has been stretched at the back. Awujo. And moving this out wide for Thurton. Jord on the turn. Tried to keep it moving. St. Kitts and Nevis were throwing numbers back. There's Jord, good first touch, who squares this, and too far out in front of Mellenhorst. A heavy touch, nearly gave it away. Now it's Stokes trying to carry it out. She plays this up ahead. A little bit more going forward now for St. Kitts and Nevis. Still not enough to break down this Canadian back line. Burns over the top, looking for Ward. It's Rollins coming outside the area and putting it out of play. That time, she got it all right. Here's Jord. Ponte, a low drive and just wide. Ahead for Thurton. Ponte was there on the overlap. He knocked out a player, actually kept it on the far side. Now it's Awujo. Fraley. Good step there by Ponte. Flag stays down for now. Here's Jord. Jord on her left. Blocked down. Burns. Zoe Burns. That was the last off of Burns. She did well to get back into the play, but couldn't keep it in. Nearing the half-hour mark, and it's been all Canada, but in this second half, it's been a little bit more difficult for them. Taking off 3 of their top players from the first 45 in Kayla Small and Olivia Smith to go along with Vivian Bissett. And here's Thurton trying to put the ball back in the middle. And it's cleared away. Low drive from distance, blocked down. Now tracked down by Annika Leslie. Ball coming back into the middle. To the end line, and Ward does well to keep it in play. Ward right through the legs. It's still Holly Ward. Now it's Annika Leslie. Still coming forward was Zoe Burns, then was cut off. Fraley on the ball again. Ponte for Awujo. Stop play for just a moment with the player down for St. Kitts and Nevis. I'll ask for the trainer to come out. Coming out of that left ankle foot area. Medical team coming out. And a substitution here. That'll be Elizabeth Say to come on out of SMU. The 4th sub used by Cindy Ty. It will be Mia Ponte to make way. And it's Kayla Udenberg who will hop off. Looks to be in plenty of discomfort. Earl Jones in conversation there with Trishani Warner. Cindy Ty and her coaching staff pleased about at least the first half, maybe the second half. Not quite yet, but they've been very strong defensively. Awujo, who sat right at the base of that midfield all night long. Fraley plays it through the lines. And still going. It's Jord from a tough angle. Tries to put it back in the middle, and it's cleared away. So he burns now. Mellenhorst through for Jord. You can hear the instructions from Cindy Tai. It's a goal kick. Seems to be a lot of positive reinforcement from Cindy Tai. Through the middle. Played ahead, Mellenhorst driving forward. Now cutting back, trying to get the shot away. Finds Jord, who has her shot blocked. I think Kitts and Nevis have done well to block plenty of shots in this second half. Joe moves it out to the far side for Say. His cross is deflected, and we'll find Jord, who puts it back in the middle. Thurton closing down. Thurton has it blocked. Burns. Here's Awujo. Fraley slides it in. Ward just ran out of field.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you? Look at me. Look at me. Yes, 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 yes. Come on, you can. I can. Be ready.
Awujo again, striding forward, and she'll take the shot on. That's a really good save. Ward trying to keep it in. Now Burns. Just kind of sliced her shot to the end line. And that does stay in play. Good work on the far side. So Canada will keep it. Awujo. Fraley. Mellenhorst, if she would have let that run through, there was a teammate waiting. But now it might fall anyway for Holly Ward. Ward for Mellenhorst. It's blocked down, and this will spin out of play. It'll be a corner kick.
Too high, make sure it's a 2v1. Annika, drop in. Vanessa, come back.
This one driven in towards the penalty spot. Mellenhorst missed it. Still a chance there. And it's put over the bar by Brooklyn Courtnall. putting pressure on immediately after the goal kick.
Good job, Holly. Good job, Hall. Holly, good. Beware. Go. Sure.
Comes in the middle for Thurton.
Good, Ellie. Good ball.
The overlap to Say. Cross comes in, falls for Ward. Can she complete the hat trick? Not here.
Good run, Ellie. Good run. Have a strike, Paul.
Try to just get around that corner. But that touch behind her foot let her down just a bit. Now they'll play it short. Burns will get it back. Jord trying to stay on side, and Ward places it just wide of the post.
Try, Hall. Good try, Hall. Coming, coming. Keep working, Rod. First and second. Okay, get set. Okay, just plan, get set. Holly, drop. Drop. Good. Good flow. Good flow. Good line, Hall. Good line.
Canada trying to play out here, and St. Kitts and Nevis putting up a bit of resistance. About 20 minutes to go. Comes back centrally. And Marshall just fell down. It's a chance for Canada to look upfield, and Annika Leslie. Plenty of options to pick out. They can stay on side, and that final ball just not quite there. Player down is Zonia Marshall. Marshall was down on the play, was sliding in for that, kind of fell awkwardly.
Yeah.
In the meantime, it can just be a water break for the healthy players at the moment. Penso and Chloe Udenberg in conversation as play just about ready to get back underway. Get play back underway, and Canada have been held scoreless in this second half. All 6 goals coming in the first 45 minutes. Here's Burns. Fraley. Owujo. Burns for Jord. Back for Fraley. Owujo will take this from distance and bounces it just wide. Without Olivia Smith on the field, 2 goals, 3 assists. Tells you all you need to know about that first 45 minutes from Canada and from her, and how instrumental she was in helping Canada to this 6-0 lead. Plays it infield. Mellenhorst. Say on the overlap. She was crunched down, but Mellenhorst will have her shot blocked. Awujo. Awujo, it's saved. Another injured player here for St. Kitts and Nevis. This time it's Jazara Claxton. Bit of an awkward collision there. She slid in, trying to break up that play with Elizabeth Say. Couple of subs. It will be Sonia Walk to come on. Replace Simi Awujo. Really good 75 or so minutes from Awujo. Center of the park, and that's the final sub of the match for Canada. On the other side, it will be Sakia Williams coming on. Coming out will be Zonia Marshall.
Drive it for us, Sonia, right? Drive the tempo. Help out. Direct. Second. You're around it. Good flow. I didn't move it. Good.
There's Walk, and of course Walk, one of those players that was on the team in the last edition of this competition in 2020. One of 4 players who has now played in a second straight. There's Burns, who was dispossessed. She'll use her pace to try to get back in the play. Warner coming back the other way, and her cross broken up.
Watch the line flow. Get in.
Say trying to turn the corner. Options to pick out in the middle, and Ward just overran it.
Drive straight up. Good shift. Just over. Just over.
Here's Walk. Say joins on the far side. Puts the cross in. Quickly headed right back where it came from.
Recycle.
Strong play from Jord. And it's Say once again. And Jord will set this up on her favorite left foot. It's blocked down.
Drop low. Good drop
And
low.
St. Kitts and Nevis will carry it out, at least for the moment. A good challenge put in by Walk, who will put this on goal, and it's saved by Rollins and cleared away. Now look at the shot and the save. Again, trying to break the lines. Here comes Canada. Ward does just that. Played through as Jord tries to turn the corner, but just out of her feet. The cross comes back in the middle, looking for Mellenhorst. It's blocked down, and a foul will end the threat before the ball goes in the net. Well, Canada still looking for that second half goal. And St. Kitts and Nevis putting up good resistance so far in the second half. They're playing much more confidently defensively. Played through the middle for Jord. She takes one touch around the goalkeeper, squares it for Holly Ward. Can she finish her hat trick? No! Saved off the line. Still Holly Ward, maybe she can get an assist. This is right over the bar. Maybe some frustration here from Canada as they cannot find a goal. Still that positive reinforcement from Cindy Ty in the Canadian technical area as it's intercepted by Ward. Ward with the cross towards the back post. Thurton will get there. Mellenhorst on her left foot and wide. Exactly 10 minutes to go. There's Thurton. Switch of play for Zoe Burns. Burns able to turn the corner. Burns is fouled.
Look at the hole. Stay wide, Holly. Stay wide at first. Can you get in the inside of her?
Burns surveying the scene, but first, Tori Penso needs to make sure everybody's calm. 2 thumbs up and ready to go. Burns will just play this down the channel. It's straight out of play. Got the explanation from coach, and she was good to go. Knock that up as a learning experience there for Burns. Thurton able to deflect that out of play. So interesting being able to listen into what Cindy Ty is instructing her team to do. So much positive reinforcement. Taking over for Rian Wilkinson, who was the coach in this last U20 competition back in 2020. Just a few weeks before the whole sporting world and the world kind of shut down due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It's the first youth tournament back for Concacaf since the pandemic began. And it's good to have it back. And the men's U20s will be this summer as well. But this, of course, a qualification tournament for the Under-20 Women's World Cup. That'll be in Costa Rica in August. They were awarded the hosting rights after they were supposed to with Panama in 2020. It'll be the first, second, and third place finishers will qualify for that Under-20 World Cup in Costa Rica. A pretty good bet. It would be the United States, Canada, and Mexico can Any other team spoil the party, though? That's the big question. Haiti and Costa Rica have been the only other two to qualify.
You're in a good space, Sonia. Good, Kira. Good. You're right. You're right. Quick. And quick. Good space, Sonia.
Here's Walk.
Good.
Finding space with Say on the far side. From distance, the shot blocked down.
Do it again. Get your width. Get your width. All right, Annika. All right. All right. Good. Underneath. Go on, Ellie. Recycle flow.
Say
Good.
flips this up, and it's too close to Rollins in goal. Is able to slide to two knees and make the catch.
Take a look. Take a look quick. Get set quick. Good. Other way. Yeah, me.
Here's Mellenhorst, and now Walk.
What's done?
Trying to break the lines once more, and it's broken up. Fraley coming forward, and the shot comes on, and it goes just wide. Taking a deflection on the way through. Another corner kick coming for Canada.
Vanessa, ready to go to your left. Yeah, good.
It's played short. Will come back for Burns, who gives it right back to Jord. The cross shaped in. Just knocked clear. Ward weaving in to the end line, squares it. And it's dealt with, but only as far as the top of the area, and now it's knocked clear.
Good, recycle, recycle.
Another ball sent forward, headed along, and just wide.
Good ball, Ellie. Hang in. Stay in it, stay in it. Good job, Brad. You're good, Hall, you're good. Second.
About 3 minutes to go. Does Canada have a second half goal in it tonight?
Tight.
It's cleared away.
Tight. Tight.
Jord trying to get there to keep it in. She can't.
Good, Vanessa.
Fraley read that the whole way.
Move it. Come on, Ellie. Good. What on, Sonia?
Here's Walk. Through the lines, and the shot is wide.
Front foot, stay in it. Good job, B. Good job, B. Good. Go, 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 go. Step, step, step.
Here comes the pressure.
Good, Zoe. Good, Zoe. Good.
Burns trying to get stuck in, and what's the decision here? It will be a free kick to Canada as Burns had her jersey tugged. She tried to play it down the near touchline last time she had a free kick in a similar position. I think it's Nevis might be ready for that this time. We'll see what the decision is here from Burns. She'll send this one in. Good depth to it, and there is the 7th goal for Canada. And finally they get one in this second half. Great service put in by Zoe Burns. And Canada finally get the 7th of the night. Another look at it here. Just a simple header there, and that's the substitute, Brooklyn Courtnall. So the two USC Trojans connect on the set piece. Burns to Courtnall. And it's 7-0. You can say they added the extra point. Just a free header, able to put it back across the face of goal. And a perfect finish there for Canada and for Courtnall. Comes from an athletic family. His dad played in the NHL for 16 years. His sister, Allie, plays soccer at USC. Brother plays hockey at Western Michigan. Uncle also played hockey as well professionally, so definitely runs in the family. And here's a giveaway. Maybe one more chance. We'll see how much stoppage time there is at the end. With this result squarely in the balance, it will be 3 minutes. It's played through, it's Thurton. Might it be an 8th? She gets tripped up. It's just outside the area. A free kick coming for Canada. It looks like a yellow card will be distributed as well.
Start a bit wider in line with the far post. Crash your net on the far post.
It's Udenberg. Just coming from behind, Kayla Udenberg with the foul.
Hey, Elise, come here real quick.
Tough night overall for Earl Jones's side. Get at least 2 more matches. Remember, the top 3 from each group will advance on to the round of 16. And depending on how many goals are scored and how the results go in each group, it could just be a draw that gets the job done. And it could come down to goal difference as well. Of course, we'll see each team with 2 games remaining after this. Canada will play El Salvador next. St. Kitts and Nevis against Trinidad and Tobago. The 2 teams that weren't able to come away with victories today. Set piece here for Canada right at the end. Trying to add on to this advantage. Played in low, and it's cleared away. It's going to be a Canadian corner kick. Zoe Burns will go over and take it.
Vanessa, stay on the edge. Vanessa, back up. Vanessa.
Burns with the in-swinger, trying to curl this towards goal. Punched away by Rollins. The follow-up, wasn't quite there, but that's all there will be tonight. Canada with a dominating performance to start this Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship. 3 players with a brace, and then 1 goal in the second half as well from Courtnall. And Canada gets the full 3 points and plenty of goal difference as well. It finishes here from San Cristobal, Dominican Republic. Canada 7, St. Kitts and Nevis 0.
To start losing in this type of tournament?
I mean, we started the first half pretty rough, but then once we got into the second half, no one gave up, and we came out with a better second half. So to end the first game with a better second half, that can make us continue to the next game to come out strong again. I don't think the girls gave up at all. So to take that from this game, everyone went into 100% tackles, and even though we did lose, we have to come off the second half for our next game and just build off of this. We only conceded 1 in the second half, so to only concede 1 is much better than the first half. So we just have to run from there.
Okay, the next rival is Trinidad and Tobago, and who also lost today. How to play them, knowing that both teams need to win?
Pardon?
That both teams need to win.
Oh, I mean, both of us losing, we're both going to come out hungry for a win. I mean, I know these girls, we work hard, we go in 100%. So if we just come out with the same attitude, I think, we'll have the second game under our belts. Coming off both losses, we're both in the same boat. So we just have to come out harder and more 100% than them.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Okay, we are with Micaela. Micaela, how important is to start winning and with many goals?
I think it's very important. It's just like the team atmosphere was good and team goals were good, and I think we started off the tournament really well.
Okay. The next match is against El Salvador for the group lead. How to face this match?
We're going to come out with the same energy we came out with this match and try to get as much goals as possible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Full-time highlights from San Cristobal, Dominican Republic, Estadio Panamericano. And the goal started early here in this Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship Group G opener for both of these teams. Canada and St. Kitts and Nevis And that first goal, Nikayla Small, able to slot it home into that bottom left corner. And as the rain started to come down, the goals would come with it. And it would be Olivia Smith on the end of this one. Put right in front on the assist from Kira Mellenhorst. And Smith was not going to miss from that sort of distance. A really good first half from Olivia Smith. She was a dynamic playmaker throughout the first 45 minutes before she was subbed off. Then it'll be Holly Ward. She would get the first of 2 goals here for Canada. A clean strike into the back of the net. And that was to make it 3-0. Then Olivia Smith steps up right under the goalkeeper's dive and into the back of the net straight from the set piece, skipping off that very wet surface. And that made it another goal for Canada. And they wouldn't stop there. Perfect service from Smith this time. And again, it's Nikayla Small to make it 5-0. And all of these braces coming in the first half. There'll be 3 different players with a brace. And how about one more? Parried right into the path of Holly Ward. All she had to do was just side foot that home. So 2 goals for 3 players in the first 45 minutes. And come the second half, it would be more of the same for Canada. It would take a while for them to find that first goal. It was good goalkeeping, and as Chloe Udenberg said after the event, it's hard to say that she was wrong. It was just the first half that let them down. Awujo with another shot saved, this time by Rollins. And then still challenges were flying in as Sonia Walk took it on from distance. But this would be the final goal of the night. USC Trojan to USC Trojan. And Zoe Burns on the assist. Brooklyn Courtnall on the goal. Just heading it back across the face of goal. Exactly what you're told to do. And she was able to put it in the bottom corner to find the 7th goal on the night. And that would be all for Canada through the 90 minutes. So a positive start for the Canucks after 90 minutes on the pitch. St. Kitts and Nevis will have some work to do come Sunday.
¿Qué más hay después de eso? Los 3, bueno, Tutacana, eso, los 3 ojos. ¿A dónde es esa? ¿Cerquita? Ah, el malecón, yo he escuchado algo del malecón. ¿Ah? Algo del malecón. ¿De donde ustedes se quedaron? Ahí cerquita, para allá. ¿Cómo se llama ese? Algo así, sí, algo, una carajada así. Siempre fue por la botella aquí, cabrón. Es que no ha parado de moverse. Brincando, moverse.